Hi, I'm Christine here for KWSVO, and today we're here with Mary, who's an interpreter at the museum. And today we're just going to be asking her a few questions about what students could expect to do if they decided to volunteer at the museum. So my first question for you, Mary, is what would students enjoy about volunteering here at the museum?
There's a lot for students to enjoy here. There's the great variety that we have in our exhibits, so you would get to be interacting with those all the time. You're going to be working with great people, of course, but we also have a really diverse range of visitors who come in to see us, and you would be interacting with the adults as well as with a lot of kids, and you'd really be encouraging the kids to explore and learn through their exploration of the exhibit. So it's a really great place, really fun place to volunteer.
What is the expected commitment for a student volunteer?
We encourage students to commit at least 3 hours a week, either during the week or on weekends. Obviously, during the school year, it's going to be on weekends, but we do love to have volunteers during March break and during the summer as well. And you are welcome to put in lots and lots of hours during those time periods.
So is there, if students want to volunteer here, is there a monthly commitment, like you have to be here for 6 months, or?
Not right now. We do have some students who are looking to get just their 40 hours for their degree requirements or their diploma requirements. And we have some people who have been coming here for years.
Is there any required training for new volunteers here? And if so, how long would that take?
So what would happen is once you have completed your interview and we've selected you to be one of our volunteers, you would come in a little bit early for your first shift, and we would go over some of the paperwork, nothing scary, it's pretty easy, standard stuff, and we would give you a tour of the building and go over a little bit of what we would expect from you. You would get your schedule for the day, and then we would pretty much throw you right in and just have you on the floor interacting with visitors and have you doing things like crafts. And you would never be completely by yourself. There are always interpreters on the floor as well, and we love to answer our volunteers' questions.
If you wanted to volunteer with, say, a group of friends, could you do that here at the museum?
It doesn't really work out that well here just because of the nature of the position, because you are going to be spending most of your time interacting with our visitors. So we prefer that you just come on your own, but you're going to meet lots of great new people.
Are there any skills or special interests that potential volunteers at the museum should possess when they apply?
The main ones that all of our volunteers need to have are good communication skills, so especially verbal communication, and good customer service skills. And of course, a lot of high school volunteers are quite young, so we don't expect you to be professionals at it, but they are really important because you are essentially being a face of the museum when you're interacting with our visitors. If you have an interest in or a background in arts and technology, that would be great because that's what we specialize in, but it's not required.
How do you apply to become a volunteer?
The best way is through our website, so www.themuseum.ca. There's a link right on the side that says volunteering with the museum, something like that. It will take you to a page with a whole bunch of fields that you can enter. So in addition to your name and contact information, we'll ask you right on that form a couple of questions about your background, about what you know about the museum, why you're interested in volunteering with us. You would submit that, and that would go to Andrea, who coordinates our volunteer program right now. If she thinks that you would make a good candidate to volunteer here, she would contact you for an interview, and then we would go from there.
What specific volunteer opportunities are available to students?
There are a couple of main opportunities that we offer. So one of them is where you would be what we say is on the floor with the interpreters. So you would be in the exhibits being essentially a tour guide. So that would involve interacting with our visitors, answering any questions they have, showing them how to interact with some of the exhibits that we have. Right now, we also have our Treasures of China gallery, and that's a bit of a special case in that we've really been looking for bilingual volunteers who can speak various dialects of Chinese as well as English. So depending on what the exhibits are, we might be looking for special skills that way. The other main opportunity that we have that's really, really good for high school students is to be a camp volunteer. So we have day camps on PA days, which wouldn't be such a good fit for high school students, but also during winter break, during March break, and during the whole summer. And that's a really good way to get in lots of hours at once if that's a concern for you. And if you really love working with kids and doing crafts and songs, if you really loved going to camp yourself, that is a great opportunity for students. So here at the museum, we do love our volunteers. They are all very important to running the museum and giving our visitors the best experience that they can have. It's a unique experience that you will not get anywhere else. And our vision here at the museum is to awe, inspire, and enlighten. And we really hope to do that for our volunteers as well as for all of our visitors. So we hope that you take away lots of great experiences, new skills, and new friends as well.
So thank you very much, Mary, for showing us around. You can check out our introduction video for a really great tour that Mary gave us of the museum. It's a really cool place to be, and I think it would be a ton of fun to volunteer here. So check out my blog and the introduction video for more information. I'll post links on how to contact the museum and potentially become a volunteer. Thanks for watching.